Hey guys, what's going on? In the video I made on split rings for your line tie, either oval versus round. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I'll link that down in the description. But in that video, I did a little pop out of the two knots that I use, the Palomar and the Snell Knot. A couple of you guys asked for videos on those knots. I do have these knots in other videos, but we'll just do a separate knot for each, or separate video for each knot. There's a huge debate with fluorocarbon and the Palomar knot. Me personally, I've only had one break off that I can think of. And it wasn't because I was using fluorocarbon, with the Palomar knot or tying the Palomar knot with fluorocarbon. It was because I had a good fish jump at the side of the boat. He or she, whatever, threw the weight up the line. The weight, it hit the tip of the rod. It came back down. It shocked that knot. I lost that fish. That's the only break off that I could think of at the knot with fluorocarbon. So like I said, don't have any issues at all using the Palomar with fluorocarbon. Just tie it correctly, and you won't have any issues at all. But there are a couple little key things you need to look for or do when you're tying this knot. We're just using a 15-pound Seaguard Vizex, and there's two different ways that you can cinch it down. With 8, 10, 12, 15-pound tests, especially with Seaguard, it's got a smaller diameter. I'll do it the first way that I'll show you here. And with 17, 20, 25-pound test, I cinch it down a little bit differently. So we'll go ahead and tie this two different ways. So, all right, got your single line there. And I wore a darker shirt. Hopefully the line will show up on the shirt here. You guys should be able to see that. All right, first step, get your line there. Go through the eye one time. Okay, right now you have a single line through the eye. Okay, grab the tag in there. Go back through the eye. And give yourself plenty of line to work with. Okay, so now I have a double line through the eye. Right here is where you need to pay attention. Make sure that those two lines are not crossed. If they're crossed when you cinch it down, that's a spot where the line can break, the knot can break prematurely. So just make sure that they're not crossed so the line can't dig into itself. Okay, if they're twisted like that, untwist them. Just make sure they're not crossed over each other. Okay, from there, just make a simple overhand knot. I'm just grabbing my loop here. Just like that. Bring the loop through the little hole you made there. Just a simple overhand knot like you're tying your shoe. Okay? So you got a loop here. Bring the lure through the loop. I'll just grab that with my middle finger there. Grab the lure. You'll see you got the loop at the eye, and then the loop, you guys can make that out, that I just brought through there. Okay? At this point, wet your line. That's important. Wet the line, then grab the tag end and the main line and cinch it down. Okay? With that smaller diameter line, I don't have any issues with drag on the line. It's not, there's no abrasion on the line. It's nice and smooth. Okay, with that smaller diameter, I don't have any issues at all. Okay? Now you can go ahead and cut your tag end off. And you're good to go, just like that. Now, what I like to do with like 17, 20, and 25-pound tests, let me go ahead and show you guys. We're just cutting the knot off there. Get some more line here. All right. Tie it one more time. Single line there through the eye. All right, bring it back through. So you got a double line through the eye. Okay, make sure their lines are not crossed. That's key. Little overhand knot. Simple overhand knot. Bring the lure through the loop. Okay. Now, at this point, what you can do, you don't want to cinch down the loop at the eye, okay? Just pull the tag end. And what you'll do is you'll shorten up that second loop. Okay? You guys can see that? I'm just making that second loop a little bit smaller. And I still have not tightened down the loop at the eye. Okay? At this point, wet the line, grab the lure, and cinch it down. You can see that it only drug down the line like a 1/4 inch. Okay? The knot is nice and tight. You're good to go. You know, that thicker line, sometimes it wants to drag down the line. You'll feel some abrasion on your line sometimes. That's why if you shorten up that second loop, when it drags down the line, it's only dragging down just a little bit. And even then, you wet the line, there's no abrasion on the line, it's nice and smooth, you are good to go. So at this point, cut your tag end off. And you're good to go. Not like it's going to show up really well, but you're good to go. That is the correct way to tie the Palomar knot. If you tie it like that, you shouldn't have any issues at all. Guys, keep a lookout for the next video on the Snell knot. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon.